I've never checked it.
More, yeah, distort. But when you play
It's fine, man.
in the
How
program,
can you not?
very, very low. So whoever is editing has to up the volumes. Yeah, on the roadcast. Yeah, Kilitimile.
Okay, correct.
Yeah, welcome to the council with me, Mpomek Full, and Bogang fucking BK in absentia.
Why do you continue saying in Bogam BK?
I don't know.
He's not here.
He's still part of the show.
Just say the council.
But he's still part of the show.
Are we sure?
We didn't kick him out.
Are we sure?
Yeah, he is.
He might have kicked himself out.
No, he just texted me about shooting. Yeah, but I don't think BK could ever leave the show, man.
Yeah, well, he's a part of the show.
I don't think he would ever leave the show for any reason whatsoever. It pains him. I think wherever he is, it pains him to find out that a show was recorded, he's not here, and he was not even told or record and now he's
everything.
He's not on the first episode to go on Spotify. He was not there.
Sure.
Yeah, so obviously you can imagine
That
how he feels wherever he is. So so we continue waiting for someone who's not here. So Aginoshi, today I'm with Hero again. Second episode, he's sitting on BK's chair. Yeah. Muda fucking SA is behind the scene. Yeah, I don't want to call him Varonidi Ghosty. Yeah, he's not that. He doesn't want to appear in the cameras. And he could still sit there. We could dedicate a camera for him. It is a midi posting. Go posting around me. It's yellow in color. Maybe get Russian cheese. Dia fapana. When
Mexico somewhere. She said I'm not gonna be like for 5 years or something. Last three, like actually the buku. Yeah. I mean people eat weird shit, man. Like the culture, I get the culture there for people eat weird shit, bro. Yeah. Mosquito bag. I don't know how true that one is though.
I've heard about that one. They catch mosquitoes somewhere in Central Africa.
Yeah.
I think it's Kenya, not Kenya or whatever.
I see Kenya, somewhere.
Topi, somewhere there.
No, I get Opel or Kenya.
Somewhere in Central Africa.
Yeah.
They catch mosquitoes. The way we want a bag petty, but so then they end up making a petty.
Yeah.
But fried, a solid, exactly something that looks like a burger patty. Yeah.
These ones like from which country or which tribe?
I would never eat Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Hey, Nigeria, fuck you! I would never eat your food.
What did you love, man?
I don't like things that you know. I don't like those. I would never. Anything that will follow me to.
Have you ever seen street food in India?
Even that, I would never. le ka makuleng go na le dilo tse re di kgethang go na le dilo tse I don't buy just anything ka makuleng I o na le tse tša ka makuleng I'll never buy biscuit ka makuleng a se di reke unless e le di tennis or you know something packaged from
and I don't trust anything in
but you'll never know about those so maraji
no there's no way you can avoid them like redula magaeng
you guys they avoid ka moka you guys they avoid ka moka what katsu no lala ithina ka apolo boshe o sa wena o to ireka mara batswadi ba le roma ke makuleng gore le lo reka di batswadi ba rata makula
monna ke bone ba re A1 is turning 40
A1 turning 40
yeah
40
yeah they're doing a competition now they're saying win a share of $1 million
bona na re bane mingwaga me kae ba le ka mo A1
monna A1 monna sa galele ka mo
oh ke gale mon
no mara 40 years
ka ra bone mingwaga me kae wena
no dog but I'm just saying like
no I ke re kinya go re be practical ka yona how old are you
I'm just saying
it's your age a secret
no it's
you are 28
yeah
o do gola A1 le gona ke ba re ka A1 if you are 28 do you not think or A1 ya go feta and you've never asked yourself or since A1 impeta ke ya ning
40 years man
it's very possible A1 bo super safe ke gale di go bo score je dingwe di khile A1 is safe
but the sunshine
ke gale di le gona
with the sunshine go bla sunshine
isa le gona
go tsi ka malana daide ka malana
ka sebathi
o ja ka malana ya ka sunshine
isa le gona sunshine war kwa gale ba ya le wena tropong restaurant e ile o dula ka sunshine ba le sole plate ja magobe le dilo mamma mara you know
di le bana ku exactly gana kwa
di do le bana so directly like this so mara di tshwentse a re tsene di tabeng muda go ya ka wena what would you say is ibona le ka pressure from your parents wena so personally as a person what would you say batswadi ba pressurize wena personally ka yona wena o lebeletse something that you feel like if my parents were you know a bit loose when it comes to that maybe bophelo ba ka bo ka ba easy about pressurize when ba no just live your life oh when akarabo any pressure you think you're experiencing from parents rather family
no there's definitely one pressure I experience and unfortunately I cannot be very very vocal about it with them because of more or monna man they always telling me to go back to church man.
I can relate.
Serious like they always telling me I think last month a couple of weeks ago my mother was saying to me she was from a church thing and then she was saying that the sermon or whatever it ended up getting to her and then they ended up advising her to come and tell us to me particularly to go back to church.
The sermon ended up getting to her as in what? She was touched.
After more one-on-one with the pastor.
Oh, so then we will one-on-one.
Yeah, I think there was something like that, and where they ended up talking about me.
Oh,
and, they were like, just tell that guy to go back to church. Maybe you understand.
But doesn't that go back to do you actually believe in like the existence of a higher power in a sense that when your things are not going as expected, I'm not sure what you are expecting to happen, but I get a lot of things would not go as other people expect in your life.
True.
A lot of things do not go as you, the person, do not expect. So I'm saying this. Kenya ka gore ge dilo tša gago di sa go tsamaile ka mokgwa wena o nyakang di sepela ka gona. Do you ever feel like that higher power requires you to, go somewhere and do practices so that those things can...
even if there are requirements, I don't think it's the same requirements that we were taught. Culturally or
yes.
Understand. So I do believe there is a higher power. And in as broad as that conversation is, story for another day, obviously, but I do believe that there's a higher power.
This higher power, magoma yona ke a fe muda magoma we commonly agree that there's a God somewhere there. Ufelela guy in as far as us as human beings can accomplish on our own.
I can or mudimu ge ba no gona ke or a higher power ge ba ne gona is someone will or mo enjoy gore bona re suffer the way we are.
Yeah.
So what I can say gore o jiga ka ile gore a jigi ka, I don't think gore re suffer ka baka la gore yena gore ke jiga kana mo gore ke gore le jige. No, I think that we suffer because of our own consequences. You understand?
I think sometimes it's because we believe too much that the higher power will help us.
Yeah.
Not making
You don't put in the work.
Bo, it's simple. How do something, you will get results. Everything in life, when you do something, you get results. If you don't do something, you don't get results. So I think the problem here is that everyone expects there to be results, and then when they get results, they always give credit to the higher power. But disregard what they actually did. Like, for example, Motwagaya school, I'm like, but you went to school.
I went to school.
You studied,
God protected me against all the evil spirits that could have stepped on my way. I'm just saying maybe they are thanking God because of... No. I went to school. That was my decision. And then I put in the work. Yes, that was my decision. The hardship, it was me who went through it. But they're saying I thank God for having fended for me against things that I couldn't see with my physical eye.
That's definitely how they see it, and I'm not disputing it altogether. I'm just saying the consequence. Like okasere modimo ntshireleditše a se ba ntshwara poo o se ka wa tsamaya bošego or o se ka wa tsamaya dikhoning tše le gore gona le teng. Understand? Or o se ka wa dumela di-scam ke di-scam tše dingwe ke tša di-online.
Exactly.
Wa nkwešiša wa re modimo ntshireleditše away from those
so
things.
Basically you're saying I can't be thankful for what I do not know happened. You're saying the mercy of God that I hadn't noticed. I can't be thankful of that unless I'm made aware that you were assisted here, and then you can be grateful.
There are some things that you have no control over.
Yeah,
that you can be grateful for. Like when people usually like saying I'm thankful for life, I'm grateful for life.
Yeah.
I think number one, yes, we can be grateful for life because to existence.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
So things like that, there are things you don't have control over.
There's no way you being alive is
something
because
consequence.
Yeah.
That's not your own consequence. It's a consequence of other people, and them bringing you into a life of luxury or poverty. The consequences. Understand? Yes, they affect you or they don't affect you. It's fine, but I'm just saying that the higher power, if on, as
they're saying he's omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, and is all good and all bad.
Is all good and all bad.
In other words, he doesn't have feelings as we. You see, where a person has to suffer for the greater good, let them suffer. Where a person has to be rewarded for not doing anything, let them be rewarded. So that's how.
There's a reward for everything, but the person who made us, according to many different
beliefs,
according to many different beliefs, I get it. In most beliefs and in most books that write about this higher being, they always mention they made us in their own likeness,
own image.
Exactly. So meaning
what image exactly?
Yeah. It's
the image, the physical appearance, or the image as in
no, it's a spiritual thing.
a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
What we possess as a spirit that we do not know is the image they're talking about.
Yes.
Oh.
Because maybe Laren is referred to as avatars.
But
That's why.
Yeah,
the bodies
that makes
perish
sense.
and
That makes sense.
I think
Uh,
looking for something that it's already here.
yeah.
Yes. In fact, you are looking for something that's already within
Inside.
you. Yeah. Yes. They say that God made us in His own image and breathed a life-giving breath in our nostrils. You know what I'm saying? So what it actually means, it's a scripture, by the way. What it actually means is that they breathed something that's the likeness.
Yeah.
If ntongo le nngwe we create identity ya gago. Who create a counsel in identity, the founder himself.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So, and if something has your identity, it means it carries you wherever it goes. It can replicate itself, and it will still remain with your identity.
Exactly.
It will still remain with your image.
There'll always be fragments of the creator.
Yes, we are gods. We are gods. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So, guru ana mo tabeng ya religion. Re bolela ka taba ya pressure we get from parents. Ifeleletsa e fitlhagana mo lebakeng la gore batho ba bangwe ba wetse ka ditumelong tse di itseng ka lebaka fela la gore go goleng ga bona batswadi ba be ba re ka mo re tsena ke re ka mapostola.
One of my cousins, that guy didn't like church at all, but he was forced to go to church every Sunday. So he ended up smoking, doing things that
retaliating.
O tlo di gape motho mongwe le mongwe a golang ka go gapeletswa go dira dilo mafelelong ga thoma kry-a freedom ya go phela independently o feleletša a dira tše yena leng gale le gale a ba duma go di dira go tshwana le gore nako ngwe go ja re tlo dula ra blame motho ra re go tšele mošimane o botlhale wa go tsena kereke wa go ba peaceful gane jalo wa tsuba o nwa mabjala o dirang. It's just because someone was not allowed the ability or the freedom to pick their own religion. Religion has to be someone's own decision.
Yeah.
And I think on the freedom, we just look at other things and say, because on the freedom,
But what do you think is the involvement? Sorry, I'm deviating now. What do you think parents, parental pressure, when it comes to people deciding financially? How parents pressurize their kids to make financial decisions?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. For most parents, parents have a certain trauma.
Yeah.
That they always carry on to their children. Or trauma ya gona ba phela ba intšhetša godimo ga bana ba bona. It's either they pass it on to you or ba intšhetša mo godimo ga gago. Understand?
Yeah.
So when it comes to financial decisions of an individual, maybe of a young man or a young woman, it's always that thing our advising go leng go ba go fang yona ke le gore bona ba paletse go idea or ba bona o ka re o ka ba thusha go
ga ba tswela mogola. If you decide like that, it might be good for them.
So le ge bona ba go diela something into la gore no motho a ka tla fetša o a tla nthusha so. Understand? In any case, any decision that you make is yours, even though what ba go thušitše wena o ka no decide go se ba thushe. It's your own decision. Understand? It's not an
It's a tricky
obligation.
one. You know, when we talk about parents and their children making some decisions when it comes to their money, I don't know more. So I should it's a tricky one to decide independently from your mother's opinions when you are a young man who just found a job. Gape batho ba fela ba re kile ka bolela ntongwe ka re batho bana le gore go belega go loga maano akere mara taba ya gore go belega go loga maano ka dinako tše dingwe e ba ntwela gore basadi ba bangwe ba šomiše bana go phethagatša ditoro tša bona.
It's a lot of pressure.
Ngwana o phela toro tša batswadi ba gagwe rather than go phela ditoro tša gagwe. You get it? So e feleletša e fitlha gana moo bona o tsena mmerekong. You have your own plans. I mean, even to begin with the career that you are employed for, it's something that your parents pushed you towards. So you know, the parents are now saying buy us this, buy us that, build a house, get a car now. Gore ba khone o dirang go eta ba go show off. So hey,
Mana le ga ba ka se go botse tlo no ka pressure
wa e kwa
or these people want me to
start a small business that you do that, ba tlo go lawyer, man. Nkampane o tšee tšhelete ba tlo go tšella ke dintši kana.
yeah.
Mara Namfetu, to be honest with you, learning from me, obviously I learned this from me becoming a parent. I learned that our parents have a lot of trauma, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I think batswadi ba rena ba na le trauma when she good. It's something that we can't talk to them about it because le bona maybe ba tsebe gore ke eng. But the way they parent us is the way they were parented. Is the way ba bona o ka re ba ka re parenta ka mgo re tlo ba sharp or ka se be sharp.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of pressure on us.
Mara ke generation ke boka moso bo bjang bo re boagang bo re reng bana ba rena ba swanetse gore ba phethagetse ditoro tša rena. Gape it's as saying if bana ba rena ba phethagetse ditoro tša rena.
Yeah.
Le bona they will always have a void ka mogare ga bona.
Yes.
Ye ring they will still always have things that they didn't accomplish on their own. Ebile bona le bona ba tonya ka bana ba bona gore ba phethagetse ditoro tše wa bona. So gore ba stuck in this loop of kids fulfilling their parents' dreams, and when they give birth to children, those children must also, fulfill their own dreams, which is
that's what someone said about ancestors. Are le gopela badimo ba sena gale ba sena le selo kwa morago le ba gopela le dilo tše le goreng le bona ka re ba ka le diela tsona le bona gale ba sena tšo. You understand? These people, the reason why sometimes ba dira gore batho ba struggle, for those who believe in ancestors, go gore, like for example o ka kiputša gore why motho ba re o na le badimo mara o rata jwala or motho o na le badimo mara o rata basadi. You understand? Ba e tlhalosa ba re no is because motho a mo tshwere
le tlozile.
exactly tlozile. You understand? So it's the same thing le rena re phela mo lefatsheng.
Talk about a reason to defend infidelity.
It's exactly that. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle ya gore ne we always get into that gore batswadi ba rena either ba nyaka go phela ditoro tša bona ka rena or ba nyaka go no control all together what we do. Because ba bona o ka re na I see you ka re nto e right for wena.
Nambile e right motswadi o bona e go loketse mara a se nto wena o e nyaka.
No, a se nto wena o e nyaka.
A re bolele ka ya gore na ge motswadi o bona e go loketse mara wena exactly ba sa ntse ba galo. Mara se nto o e nyaka.
And ba no phela ba gapeletša gore no I know you better or I know better because motswadi ya gago.
Times have changed.
It's not always the case.
Times have changed. Ditaba ke tše dintši jalo do you think are compare parents who are like a fully fledged family, parents who are still a couple, they have kids, how do you think that contributes into compared to single parenthood? Exactly, obviously, how do you think that contributes into the type of person you become in future, being raised by a single parent versus being raised by both parents? Are we saying that a person who's raised by a single parent versus the person who is raised by both parents, one will come out better than the other?
No. You know what it is? Motho mongwe le mongwe a go godishang.
Yeah.
As a parent or a guardian, you are most likely to adopt their own traits and their own characters and their own way of doing things. So in a case of two parents versus one parent, with two parents, you'll adopt from your mother and your father. With one parent, you'll only adopt from one principle.
You will adopt from one. Sometimes.
Even if you have two.
Yeah, some parents are just there.
Yeah.
No.
Present absent fathers.
Our in case like but well or ke batswadi not gore no ba.
Ke batswadi I don't know. Yes, exactly. We be about two parents that are fully involved in your life and one parent who's fully involved in your life. So my question there ke gore na this one who has both parents una le di chance tše di kaone tša go ba a better person in life compared to this one who is raised by a single parent. That's where my question is going.
Nah.
I don't think
it doesn't contribute that much. Sa botlhokwa ke gore wa go godishang goba ba go godishang ba go godisha bjang ba go ruta dithuto lefe mo bophelong a ena gore na batswadi ke ba babedi ba go tena.
Managole pampiru. Don't know check more.
Yeah.
They will agree on one thing.
But does it exist that because again we are saying ngwana go dishwe nga botse o ta tsweletsa maitshwaro a mabotse as a reflection of what they were taught by their parents, which is to also say ngwana se abeng sona ke se batswadi ba gagwe ba beng ba le sona. So are we also saying that no person is original here? Everyone is a copy of their parent.
Yes. Exactly.
So I don't have a person is not themselves. There's no an independent character. What are we saying about a person's character?
You can be, but I'm saying you will always have traits that you have learned. Because by the way, it's not only that the you have learned from your parents. Some you've learned from your uncles. Some you've learned from the streets. Some you've learned from school. Some you've learned from if you went to church and all that stuff.
Many aspects build a person's character.
Exactly. You can never just come out of the womb and just be you.
It can be, yeah.
You will always have traits from different places.
You remember, I always use the term innate.
Yeah.
There's innate things that you are born with, and those things that you are born with are shaped and improved by the stuff that you go around accumulating from your childhood all up to maturity. So but it's fine. Tabataba mukarabo. The reason why I'm bringing this issue single parents and so on and so forth. Kitaba ya gore, not only do I want to talk about the kids that will come out of single parents and both parents, also want to talk about the parents themselves, especially these people baba banglevana at an early age being judged by their peers. You know, o jaja motho ya seng motho be le re ngwana e seng ngwana he nka ba ke tshweri ya sebege ke ya sebengeng at the same time wena wa bela ka kapela mara nothing is going good for wena mo bophelo wa bona. That's actually it's something I wanted to pick your brains about.
Or was sebele ka kapela go apelo wa pala go bela.
Exactly.
Now I think decision media go more.
Can we sit and say or can we take a standing point and say but either way there's no position that we can assume and say we're standing on this position and we're saying even if I don't think there will ever be valid reasons to say someone shouldn't give birth aid. I also don't think as early as possible, unless we come to a point where we define early.
And also unless one of
course your opinion will be biased.
No.
Disclaimer.
No. It's not biased. It's based on experience.
Biased on experience.
No, not biased on experience. Based on experience.
Biased on experience.
You're
a parent who gave birth. You gave birth. How old were you? 16.
I was 23. I biased. I biased because after giving birth at 23.
No, but when you were old.
Hey, that's what me. I was old. I was old.
Yeah, when you
and I'm still I'm advocating by give a birth at a young age. From that time
define
to now.
Young age.
Young age, ne? 4 years post matric.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That's enough grace for you. That's enough grace for you to be in college or university.
That's fair enough. Yeah. To be out of. Getting into your work.
That's enough grace. Yeah. And then that's young age for me.
Yeah.
So between that time and now, I've learned there could be, even though I haven't really explored like in terms of doing research and all that stuff, but based on experience, the advantages of giving birth
early. Yeah.
You get to be one with your child. You get to bond with your child o sa le ngwana le ka relate go dilo
sana energy
wa ngana sen o sana le energy to go and hustle if you hustle to go work
energy ya ralo ka le ngwana
wa ngana sen there's a lot of
relate to their
there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of time as a young parent to do a lot of things for yourself and for the child compared to when you are a 40-year-old with your firstborn 35-year-old with your firstborn. At least 35 is a age and sharp, but I'm just saying from 40 going upwards, firstborn to you understand?
Hey, she will pray. I'm almost 40.
You know what I'm saying? So nakere I've just realized
fast approaching 40.
Hey, bula ke pisirbo.
No firstborn.
Bula ke pisirbo.
I'm fast approaching 40. Yeah, I'm sure you can see. I want a firstborn in the next.
One will say,
that's the disadvantage of it.
But for me, Karabo, now usually the choices I make in life, mood, I don't. Let me just say, on one decision that I make every time, that decision, more than 50% of it is based on me. You get it? I am generally a selfless person. Generally, I think for others. But some things, directly. The decision is based on me directly. So I'm trying to say, it's not or feed parents. Me directly. Am I ready for that? For me, I wasn't. It could have happened with anyone, whenever, but for me, I wasn't, and I don't think I'm still.
I'm not condoning or justifying the mistakes because people just find themselves, I'm expecting.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about people by lowering, they consciously take decisions. I'm ready for this.
But the danger of waiting.
There's generally too many dangers of waiting.
You're risking
too many dangers. In everything.
It's no longer. At some point, it's no longer funny, and then you are like, "Let me try." Nothing happens.
I don't know if this will sound weird, but for me, if
it sounds weird
at that age, right now I want to have a baby, and then why not? I don't see a problem.
You don't see a problem.
But there's generally a lot of dangers and disadvantages in waiting.
Yeah, this is
anything in life.
This is we face ahead on mood. Health complications, they come with age. You understand? When you're still young, in your teenage years, in your 20s, that's the best time to give it a try. That's the best time to make that deliberate mistake.
Yes. Yes. Mara loganam fetu akagani game hi, but I know a lot of things that come with it. Asaga man lama, honestly speaking. And
it's not for mang lama.
Asaga mang lemang, and that's why Kerinkano by game more mara. Wasana logic in shelo I don't like about people who actually
my standing point is and I've said it before on the show. I've even spoke about being fit and old enough to be a parent. You understand?
Yeah.
For as long as a person is not fit to be a parent, then let them not have children.
Yeah.
For me, it's that. It's not a question your age or age. You can be a young parent who's fit to be a parent.
Yeah.
Very young.
That's true.
But the question of age will always play a very, very huge role, because we can't say 16-year-old who fit to be a parent, but yet they're not old enough. Financially own a business, you don't know inheritances that makes them fit, but you psychologically lose a short.
That's true.
But age so for nakitaba gain a maturity o tlhokang, o gain the finance o tlhoka, o gain stability sa bophelo, then you can start bringing other people into life. You can start creating life.
For me, in life.
Yeah.
Your own personal standing in life and where you are from.
Yeah.
Mo dulang gona le batho ba dulang le bona.
Yeah.
Bona le batho ba ngane jalo mona motho ke tima ka bana bo ma 2 3. Mara ga bo wa bona le wena situation o re bua.
E le gore ge ke a tseba putsisho re tlo ulwa ka yona. E le gore ge motho a shalela a re muda motho ge a shalela a fihla go ngwana braro agre ka gae tharia tile maro ya go third born. I don't understand.
Sure.
If it's young, like, do you not see what what the fuck?
I do not know what I'm doing before.
Kirar mara go shalla gore bon o rile ngwana mathoma ke situation ka ga e bone ke RDP le 8 leleng 8 ba batho ba go ba belegi bo setse ya go ba belegi 8 ele fetoga 14 1 RDP when our first born okay it's fine I mistake I would say second wa ba braro
different fathers.
e le gore na ke nyaka go botša gore bothata ke eng a ba tsebe birth control na contraception a di gona
ke ignorance
or motho wa rape na
ke ignorance rape ba go rape la boraro for
ba go rape gararo ba go fa bana ba bararo
no yeah rape ke kushisha but I'm like for someone who le goreng ares ka re ke rape because rape ke the rare case ager are motho le goreng uno tswa yena on their own to just get 3 babies because they're there example if is actually practical ke ba bantshi
and I think ga ya clinic ba mo tsa gore
no ba tseba information is there it's free le di measures tse dingwe di free
I will not feel to understand because it's not like you would say are tsebe nto re dirang re tla ima. It's not like we don't
sure.
we don't know.
Sure.
But we end up falling pregnant 3 times. Oh mone ka go ba tsa ile kana ka re ga loto man. Apuka ya pesha loto ya leka. And it's not the only means of contraception. It's not the only means that there is. Ke ditsela tse dintsi. Mara I'm saying at the same time karabo go phonyogetse wa tekwa. Wa tseba wena monna. Wa tseba you know very well or I came inside. I mean morning after pee.
That's true.
Morning after pee it's not healthy. Yes, it's not healthy. You can't take it every day and every day. What? BK sa. Okay, BK. I'm for there. Oh, BK I got to do I didn't know. Go. BK I got because I
morning after
say no shamu to the morning after peel in a period of 2 days. R1 ba mkhala ba direka monna the following BK BK
abuti
shu ka re wa tsetla wa o tsetla na ke kwa ka re wa tsetla
awa ela tsetlisha ka mang ke sene motho
ke tla reng ke no ka ene ke tseba motho ya base
go ne motho mogala a go ne nka
hey
BK
what you are live on the show man yeah re bolela ka taba di morning after
nice are you thinking of getting one for yourself
no ke botsa banna ba gore wena sala wa nosha motho di morning after pili a be in a period of 2 days
yeah there's that you know there was once a time in life I used to buy them like regularly cosmetics like on a monthly basis
Iko ba o rekisetsa bang batho bana o dira ka kae monna ba no go rekisetsa
mo polokwane ne gausile Rifik and church for the KFC, then there's a pharmacy next door.
Mo guy
I know it.
oh it's a playground
Church street way one. This one yeah.
Na polokwane ke a
ke bo
Yeah, le Rifik ke ngwe ya nyoga e ka kama molo ka.
ke bona
Yeah, there's KFC. I think you might have seen KFC.
KFC ke bona
There's a pharmacy nearby. Kerega ona ka bola.
oh dia shoma
Well, I don't have a kid. I think it is home. Unless if I have just
ke bolela ka ola ka weekend aba ka la bidi a tlhala
a o nishye motho mote
she doesn't become pregnant, so yeah.
ke ra ro
It's babyless so far.
how did you feel ge motho la re it's over man
Well, I'm used to 2-minute relationships, so for me it wasn't rocket science.
what were you thinking
Not about not having a child. I didn't want to have a kid. Kabanga nakile for.
mara o ka if you didn't want to have a kid boka se morutele ga bedi
She was that good, man.
ntho re kile ra ikwa before awe ntho kile ra ikwa before ke ra gore mantšu awe
But yeah, I didn't want to pull out. That's the whole idea. Well, it's something different.
a o fetša gore bo sa nyaka ngwana ape wa te contradict
No, up orgasm, whether in or outside of the pussy, it's meant to happen. And if the sex is proper, if the person you're having sex with guaranteed, you wanna share your semen with her. Remember, you once told me already, but that was before I did this. You once said, I don't know if it's you or someone else now, but you said a man's semen, right?
Yeah.
A gift to the woman.
yeah I did say that at some point
Yeah, so I was gifting her. But also, I didn't want to have a kid. I don't know if I should get a vasectomy
e became now o fa lebaka la makuleng straight
taba tsa gago di no dia thulana
No, I'm saying to you, whether gay or pride over Kulu over Kulu, I'm just saying I want to come inside of her. But I didn't want her to be pregnant. That's just
asna to monna ke ngwana le ke da
when
tšodire
you know how rigged the system is,
Oh,
you
but
just
that's
really take advantage of it.
ngawa
No, I mean, the morning after Peter Chele was there. So,
gabedi monna go tlhala so wena bo nya go riska relationship for an orgasm
well, I just didn't think she would leave me. But also, it was
yeah
yeah.
no re le ba group relation le wena
Yes. No, it's always nice to be in touch. You know, I wish I wasn't moved by the time. I would definitely love to join you guys. Yeah.
no ra le ba monna
lo ka se boe
ba re le go ka se boe ka setilo sa gago ba se tšere papa
No, I've since spoken to Hero about the new arrangement.
what arrangement is that
Hero, tell him what I said about.
o rileng kana bara na wa ntlaba gape
it's the counsel with Mpomek Fool
No, I said.
and people are making arrangements to replace a co-host of mine without my knowing.
No. I'm saying it wasn't really a fully fledged arrangement. We were matter how things were. Remember that
Come on, Jomango, wena o arrange jo rana na go swaretse ka mo.
basically. not to say antwarele abeka pele na kithobo ka mrago
yo ke ikole ke buditse ko wena ka sebele ne ke ganne
yena ke murije
ke ra gore a se ntshwa tebeng tjaka ile ya tla ene e tla ka wena ene ka e gana.
Oh yeah, that's just where I was.
Emana, wena dia bo emana.
Oh ya kamera o isha ke eng kamera go papa. Nkwana le tsa ka
How?
mara.
What's that again?
I'm more audio comfortable than I am.
No. That day bo sa tlhapa.
Ke tšile la se tlhapa. O ba tlhotlhona ke ditšila.
Bo sa tlhapa. Ra bona gore a re mo isheng ka re dage shoki. Mo ishe ka mara.
But I agree it's in such occasions where you learn a thing or two about yourself.
I didn't learn anything.
Did you learn anything
about yourself, man? How do you know clinical school?
Yeah.
It's in such occasions where you learn a thing or two about yourself. I said yourself.
Yourself.
Right.
Myself or yourself.
Which self?
Just depends on how you interpret my statement.
I get real statement so spilling as personalizer. You made it a general statement. So Oscar for thinking yourself means me.
Oh yeah.
And unless if my English understanding is retarded.
No, I would never, no matter how advanced or not so advanced, I would never say someone's English is retarded. Yeah.
Mara into elena igona ke irana.
Yeah, morning after pill.
Tell
us your stories. Tell us what your experience is, because I just find it rigged to we're not going to do it. Was it inspired by the story you know we will?
Oh, the morning after pill is not like Asanga ga direga before the regular ranch.
Yeah. Oh, but you just never used them consecutively like that.
No, Asanga ga no shamu to the morning after pill ga be di khweding ete.
Waking it.
You can producing the scale.
You've always
Azanga ka no shamu to the morning after pill khweding ete. Mo ngwageng for sure ngano ba ke dire. Ke a gopola o di rekile neng le neng. I think I bought morning after pill 4 or 5 times. Mo la banna. What the fuck? No.
Oh.
Singa muthote. BK agar ke ne di ex mon. Apa azanga ka no tsoga ka ba le muthote.
I want to understand. Agar whether in laying the conversation you said
No. Not
I did it twice come to in a week.
Sing one person. Not okay. One person, yeah.
Context is important. Lena can just talk to you vacuum.
Hey, Damaho, she tavela group lishana lele.
No, Lukologa Masugana,
Eh, Mshadomro.
Catnap, Dio.
Wait, what did I do? Tabadi morning after pill man, issue. But
whatever happens, man, we'll always judge people. We'll always judge.
Judgment people.
Yeah, judgment people. And another thing is justified. Narva, totally judge powerful.
BK village tabing ya village tabing ya because katsara morning after pill mara head money. So imo qualify as a not broke boyfriend.
Nah, he just had money at the time.
So you are saying BK broke boyfriend?
I'm saying.
Oh, I get it. At the moment you are saying broke boyfriend.
He's a broke boy. Don't fuck with broke boys. Broke boy.
Broke boyfriend. So what do you think is wrong with dating someone broke?
The most depressing question thus far.
What's wrong with dating someone broke?
A lot of things.
Like what?
A lot of things.
There's nothing wrong until that person finds a job.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong until that person finds a job.
Watsaro o ka re go motho wa rene o jwela le yena a tlhoka data go bolelwa yena WhatsApp.
Wena una yo go bolela na.
Wena ke a tsebe gore ntwe ke bolela mo maybe salo experience ga lorase. O salo experience kana go ela bo Mexico ngwishare na go ela di WhatsApp di sa thoma ngwishare. But it's possible la ga njolo motho a re eish gape nna nka se kgone go founela or a re ke tla go founela ka di night shift malome that's the only time they can call you ka di night shift so imagine o jola le motho maybe motho wa gona o dula ga maja or o dula ko permain but every time you have to see her or they have to see you is if you send them money
Marana. I thought that's the common activity.
No. Look,
around here. That's,
look,
I always thought that's how relationships around here.
The dynamics of a relationship should always involve two people. They should never be one-sided. Even especially really financial.
But finances can never be, according to me, they can never be two-sided equally.
No, I get equal. I believe equal. Kino ra gore go santse go be le
reciprocation.
Yes.
Financially.
Yes.
Financial reciprocation.
Yes.
That's you can't.
I'm not saying go misha wimpy yena next week I wish spare. Ke re motho ga ka ba ka toropong a tshwara ke tlala. A ska phela go founela re nromele tšhelete ke ka toropong ke nyaka go tsena ka mo KFC. Wangusha.
A fela o nagane.
Le ga ka se go naganele mara a be le tšhelete gore yena ke tsentse ka KFC.
A be re. She's not working. Mara le lemoga gore ka ntle ga tšhelete relationship ka tsole ya ba gona. Financial
relationship.
Tšhelete is something that you can't ever detach finances from any relationship whatsoever.
I bereke monna. And a re bolele ka gore mosadi o rata tšhelete or monna a rata tšhelete.
Yeah.
A re bolele ka loje diso. Re no bolela ka gore tšhelete e ke driver.
Jale mara ke palele go ba le motho ka lebaka la gore ke mohumane yena a sena se.
Kampa.
Nah, that's not fair.
Kampa. Oh, so that's why you are single, motherfucker. That's why you are single.
Hey.
All right.
About dating and say,
so I get a say. Mablomo gang. Mablomo gang.
Baisha ga gabotse.
Glory get about Lucas Toki. Mablomo into in about Buffett. I get people love different, Some people love language, get gifts, get flowers and so on and so forth.
No, nakere baisha ka.
Baisha ka. They groom. Ba lokela ka ra divorce ba tshela metsi. But ane beng ba ona mablomo. Le di gifts di ne beng ba tsona. Tšhelete ina le beng ba yona.
Ilo jola le motho ano mono ra o sa mablomo.
Only bought flowers for one person. I bought flowers. I've dated people. One person bought flowers. The rest mona divorce ya banacho batho ba ka gae.
You know what I did? I bought flowers and give it to some random lady at town. I was supposed to give it to my girlfriend.
Wa fa motho fela.
Woman. It was an old lady. I just said, Mama,
tsara mablo. Muda o ka rekela botho marula ne mablo mo. Ora ya la. Ayo shala kai mena. Tata di pudi dia je ke botse. Dilo tše di na le beng tla go botse. Go na le batho ba bangwe bana le di relationship tše di sa fapaneng tše di sa tshwaneng le tša rena. You get it? A re ratane go swana. Some people ba ka ra relationship e nngwe ya go se founelana ebile ba no bothata. Ba relationship e nngwe ya go se botsana I love you. They don't care. Ba bangwe ba rekelane selo. Ke shebe ba gona bothata. But others ba appreciate those very very small things. Lo ga no tla mo reketse you get. That's how they get to see that I am loved here. Those small things.
My relationship ya go tloka tšhelete monna e ka se bereke.
Yona e ka se bereke. A gona relationship ka ntle le tšhelete. Re rata re sa rate. O bore ka wena a ona motho ka lebaka la gore a ona tšhelete.
Oh, you're a broke boy.
maybe ke ba o picky maybe o nyaka motho o bake wa ka stofo
No.
o se nne ke sugar mama ka rena one se
I won't go there.
o ga nne sugar mama mo be re phone la re ba babedi
a ne go
7 a.m. 7 a.m. Can you see my document here? Take it over.
which one
This one. The script.
oh
Yeah, I'm saying take it over. I'm saying take it over.
the document o shaba ka mo
No, he's fine. He's fine. We're still going on. We're still going on.
and sorry ika the finances in the relationship di ka affect the chemistry about
A lot. A lot. Ape chemistry. Bona. Bona. I would say it happens in my own relationship. When you're not buying things, taking them out, spoiling them, the connection looks like the chemistry looks like yeah, because that's why ke be like tabela love language. Love language go batho ba bang ke di gifts go thagajana ka dilo tse di physical wa bona. And then when you give them those things ke gona mo thomang go bona re they appreciate you and the chemistry is you know a bit more enticing than usual. Mara mo se nang chelete o palla go mathagaja ka moganya kang le no palla go thagaja ka mogonya ka. So you the both of you feel like le feel o ka reng le distant because dilo tshela ngano di bitsa gore ke glue dilo tse. Those gifts, those sweet messages, they are a glue that is holding the two of you together. Because failure of having those things means or le tlo khomagana mara la se momelana. Le khomagana mara mamarela ela ego ka lebaka la gore those things tse di le mo mantshitseng a di gona.
so what's the relationship ya go tlhoka di gift as yona
No, not necessarily to say as yona ki yona again. One thing I know when it comes to dating people, relationships, there are no notes. There are no formulas that will work. You know, but the formula that works is observing a person and accepting that no one is perfect. And since a person is not perfect, your willingness to make the relationship work is the only thing that will make it work. If you are not willing to make it work, it will not work. That's the only formula I can give you. A lot of what? They're just add-ons. I don't think those ones really contribute. But if you're willing, you'll see things will happen. It shouldn't look like a piece job or a job or a contract.
do you think it's okay to take advice from people about your own relationship? Like relationship ya go le motho wa gago, you're going through something or again or you're just confiding in someone.
There's different companies we keep more pillow. Different companies we keep more pillow. Go for example, me versus my friendship with you, my friendship with Muda, friendship with BK, everyone else. Events and just because I know all of these people that are part of my life does not necessarily mean I'll share with them every problem I have. Not all of them will hear all my problems. Una le problem je ke di sherang le karabo. Una le problem se ke di bolela events. Una le problem se ke di bolela le kokejo based on their psychological maturity. I guess I grow up both right. According to their character. Una le lean ye lo reng ke a tseba hore if I go to Karabo about this, Karabo will have good answers to that and good advice to that. When I check it about if I go to Mudaga John, he will have good advice to those or he will keep them a secret if they have to be a secret.
Yeah.
You understand? So to answer that question, how is it good to confide in others or to take advice from people about your own relationship? Let it depend on whom that person is. What kind of a relationship do you have with that person? And then
I feel like a lot of women take a lot of advice from social media. They take a lot of advice from everyone.
And what did I say about social media? Kirilo social media go na le matlhakore a mabedi a mabotse le a mampe. Go na le matlhakore ka moka go tswa go wena gore wa tšea go ba wa di dumelela gore di dictate di dynamics tsa relationship ya gago na. Ga o ka ikhwetša o nyaka gore wena kgwerano ya gago le motho wa gago e tsamaye as per the social media dynamics, then o tlo ba le bothata. Because re go example ka ngwanyano le ba re ke mang
ke amtsebe la re sa tsebile la ke
andile mamang sentle wa tlo no wene. She's like sala go texta nini le before ya thapa yena o ka ta go tsere boyfriend a ge mphone la ka Sunday after
that's
7
true.
days.
That's true.
And she's sticking around.
Yeah.
You understand? Go na le mabaka a mantši karabo a go fapana a dirang gore di relationship le tsona di fapane.
Ke nnete.
Gape ka mgo go jolang le motho wa ka karabo ka se jole le motho wa ga ka go.
Ke nnete.
Na se nna karabo. My resources a di tshwane le tša karabo bila di lekane le tša karabo.
Ke nnete.
There's no way I can tell karabo to do things because they are working for me. You know. But the one thing I can tell karabo is be willing to make it work. You being willing to make it work will allow you to do what you can do to make it work.
Yeah.
You see? So advice chia ya motho wo mo tshepang. Depending on, you know, the type of relationship you have. Ka gore social media yona go shane teng.
Yeah, ngwanyano le mona bolela nonsense mona. Ngwanyano la like go bolela nonsense.
O sala gana mo ya social media. What are we saying about, is it good to date content creators?
No.
And as a content creator, wow, why would you know, man? Happy you're talking about me here.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know, I get a lot of you know, DMs on. There's no problem at all. I get DMs on what the thingy.
TikTok.
Yes. People when they see our videos there, by text the DM, when they'll be telling me all kinds of stories about their own relationships as per the videos they are watching. Recently someone sent me a video. She was saying to me the boyfriend is a content creator. So that boyfriend recently started creating content that the lady is not so you know, welcome, so open, so comfortable with. And then the lady says, I tried to speak to him about it, and then the guy says, you found me doing the shit, I'm not letting it go for no one. Oka now it's my way. When you know like oh sure, Matagularia, I'll come fetch my things. So I say to her, look, if you're with a guy or you're with a person in your relationship and for the sake of content which is not even paying the person, he is not willing to compromise and listen to you when you're saying I'm not comfortable with the content, then we're going to have issues. That person is wasting your time because TikTok is more important to him than you. TikTok likes are more important to him than your relationship with him. At the same time, that content is not even paying them. For me, it's a question of compromise. As a content creator who is in a relationship, find a way to discuss your content with your partner so that you don't push it out or you don't send it out there hunting it. If mutwaga open ka yon or poster ka consent ya le poster, I'm fine with it. Then o free o na le freedom yela gore whatever backlash that might come, someone might comment or someone sendela no monna gago, you know you're safe. But go poster asa kwane nayo, chances tša gore social media ka tla dictator go yena gore a ifetse le wena ke tše dintši.
Wa tsara ntwe bolela monna no tsara nna ke nagana gore monna, I don't think you should change for anyone. You can obviously and you should obviously compromise. Mara people know what we do.
Yeah.
Motho a ka serang khumane ke le an artist a tla re go nare.
Yeah.
Na ke rata e pela hip hop.
Yeah.
Ongusha. Ke pela hip hop ke di ke roane ke di.
Okay, karabo. Okay riki. Ke tsena gano.
No, it's fine. O ka no tsena gano mara ke feletse ka gore. Motho o bo bolela le yena ke.
Yes.
I think that was a good advice.
Yeah.
But if you find what the TikTok or the social media is actually paying, let him be. Nake na honor dama ne ke popo. Ar kampano tsamaye.
Okay.
Ke popo dama.
Okay. It's only I didn't go as far as asking
for
if content is wrong, so I can see.
Sure.
Sure. But I don't know. For example, like being a rapper, being a musician, I don't know. Big cause, man. Why go shilla ga I make the cuckoo. I make the cuckoo. At that time, you see that content, girlfriend to show. She's saying to you, man, I'm not so comfortable with this. It's not paying you. Are you saying to me with that content she's not comfortable with it? She's saying to you, please don't post. And you know very well it's not paying you. Do you mean to tell me, or you will say this is my craft rather when I walk away? But I'm not saying
that one. I think the guy is greedy for
only greed.
Dog, wait.
Just for one content.
You found him like that.
She found him.
Okay, I get that. That's an example of a specific song that
she found him as a content creator, but not creating that kind of. That's why I get. Recently he started this kind of content.
That lady said recently.
Hey.
Okay.
So content creator, but it's not what the guy has always been doing. For instance, someone finds me doing a podcast. More podcasting, I give you strip. All of a sudden, I start bringing strippers. Then I become this character. You see, people start doing things to me here on the show. She found me as a podcaster, but not doing those things. You know? And then well, if the guy cannot find himself able to sit down with you and discuss things with you, try to figure out how can they make it that both of you are happy about it, then he's wasting your time. Relationships are about compromising. And relationship compromise. Of course, I'm sure when you probably take the guy's standing point, because
I am, you know, I am, but with this particular guy, I'm saying if it's paying, then do it. If it's not paying, then don't study it. I can that kind of content.
And we're talking TikTok here. We're not talking YouTube.
Sure. I mean, if you're just now wanting to branch into something new and we're going with some of my waters, but it's
what happened to me when I got into my recent relationship. You know, I was trying to make a model out of myself.
Yeah,
and then she said, no, you can't be shooting pictures with women. When was the last time you saw me? I stopped.
Yeah, that's a good compromise.
But if someone who you're like, it's not what I do, and because I had a dream, because for me it was like, okay, I'll push myself until maybe out there someone, a brand or they might see me and be like, okay, nice body, nice skin tone, a nice African man there. Then they bring you in to model clothes or something.
That's a good compromise, but I still say for too. 2 years, 3 years down the line, you might get to a point where you want to change how you do it. What if we're not at that particular time they require a skip?
Yeah.
Are you always gonna compromise for your dreams?
You can't.
It
can't always be the case.
You can't.
Can't always be the case.
And born, I'm fair too. Honestly speaking, some of the things don't pay immediately. Some of the things are
more novel than it. Let that depend on what kind of things are we talking. Because during what you are now do lowly or the but there's no way they're
sure. That's true.
That's what I read from the situation. To say, if this guy who did a silly content and you're not comfortable Guyana and he's not willing to talk, I don't think he's a guy that deserves to be sitting and claiming you as a partner, because he's not willing to talk about those things.
Okay, no, maybe I judged too early. That guy Leonard Sonja, Yeah, but I'm just saying now, in closing, I'm just saying the whole thing for me, Gore, even though you compromise, you cannot compromise, especially if they contribute in building your brand or building whatever you're doing. At that very moment, but you know they're gonna pay.
They're going to
pay. This is how this thing is gonna.
They're going to pay. They're going to pay.
So I
think hey and I think you were asking about money interfering with connection in a relationship, because not to your connection, it's actually between connection and chemistry. Agree, it's about chemistry.
Yeah.
Chemistry we feel when you just seeing a beautiful person, you are like, yeah.
It's about good chemistry.
A relationship built on chemistry will not work. Chemistry, nobody feelings. Exactly, chemistry. But connection is a bit deeper. When you're connected to a person, Kimola ring soulmate, this person who share the interests. Content creator, even though she's not a content creator, she consumes content passionately. She's your fan. Connection. Connection. Chemistry. Relationship ya subele.
Really chemistry fella gas compromise.
Because chemistry cannot shaka mangle man.
That's true.
Very chemistry last night.
That's true.
If but it takes connection is special. Connection asun to gore loke ke ntwe special e leng gore gele nayo le tlolwa la fetsa la gona go boela la lokisha ditaba, because you are connected at a more deeper level. It's not just about o go bona maikutlo a tsoga ke a tsogelo ga go bona. You and I are able to sit down and talk about mature things and decide on them without someone feeling horny. You understand what I'm saying? Because re dira mistake or relationship sanjo o mongwa phile ga ra bona o mongwa be honi o mongwe sanjo ra bona o mongwe go do ba romantic. That's a mistake. Look, it's a mature relationship filled with connection when you're able to sit down, discuss an issue, a political issue, financial issue, a psychological issue, maturely so decide on it without judging each other, and you end up reaching a point okay. That's connection.
Speaking of connection, or connection if people break up and get back together, break up, and that's connection.
But sometimes it's not that you are connected to the person per se when you're breaking up and getting back together. Sometimes you break up and get back together because you don't miss the person. You are missing the feeling of being with the person and engaging in whatever activities that you used to engage with the person in until you reach satisfaction.
Yeah.
Notice how you break up with someone, but you're still able to meet up with a person and have sex with them and forget about them. 2 weeks. You are just missing the feelings, the activities that you engage in when you're with that person.
True.
Go, for example, look, it's most of the time centered around sex. You are used to having sex with a person for You've been having that sex with a person for 5 years.
Yeah.
You see? It's not going to be easy. I've even said it here on the show, on our previous episodes. It's not easy for you to just simply forget the sex you've been having.
How we're marketing our shows on our previous episodes. Now
we have to go back and watch. You see? Oh no. So I was saying
connection like at the sex.
Yes, I was saying now. Look
at the sex.
You've been engaging in sexual activity with this person for 5 years. So much that the boundaries just sex the boundaries. I'll be within 5 years, you've explored all the positions and you are now comfortable with each other. It was toxic, and both of you are, on that thought. You get into a new relationship. The sex will be boring. Definitely.
Yeah. Especially at first.
Yeah. It will mean for you to start building up on it until it gets to that level. For either way now or for yena.
Yeah.
That's why you will always go back to your ex. I'm not saying always, but there are those that go back to the ex. And the explanation to that, the feelings that you were getting when you were with the person, when you were engaging in those activities. Why want to do? Relationship. So, chemistry. Not connection.
At that particular point,
notice how lajana. Let's not do this.
Let's not.
Chemistry.
That's true.
Connection is deep. Connection is divorce, but you are still able to communicate about mature things. You are divorced. You are co-parenting. Co-parenting yaona. As if these people are no longer living together.
Sure.
You're able to sit in the same room, same house, sleep there and sleep there, but we are divorced. And
as connection. Sex on your list.
Yeah. No. I get on connection.
With regards to connection, like getting into a first number one.
We can't. In as much as one might want to make sex not important, sex is very important in establishing a deeper connection. Remember, on a previous episode, and I said, on our previous episode, batho ba babedi ba tsena ka kamoreng e tee ba tlhobola dikobo ba bontshana ditho tša bona tša bong ba bontshane diphiri wa kwishisha. That in itself creates a connection that is deeper than the world itself. Wa kwishisha ke setho sa bong baka ke ntwe e leng goreng e swere seriti saka in totality. It's not something I will go around showing everyone. That's why we wear clothes. That's why we want to preserve that. That's why I wouldn't let my women walk around in a very, very small miniskirt. You understand? Because we are connected and we are bound by intimacy, apart from other things. So for me, sex takes number one when it comes to connection. It takes number one. We start there. Trust, the basis of trust. The basis of trust. Exactly. So kinyaga gore mudu wa go tshepa motho o tswelela tabeng ya go gona go tlhobola dikobo wa montša ditho tša gago tša bong ke mudu wa trust.
Okay.
You can't open your legs for someone you don't trust. Le nna ke jwale ka monna, there's no way I'm going to put my things ka gare ga motho ke sa motshepe. No fucking way.
So on the same note, on the contrary, I get ke botšiše ka e le goreng e go gopetša motho connection. Ke eng ntwe e le goreng e ka direla o le ka gare ga relationship o bona ra no this person is wasting my time.
Unwillingness to sit down and discuss things. If you're with a person, they're not willing to sit and discuss matters, they're wasting your time. Number two, if you're with a person and they are not willing to compromise on things, even though those things bobedi ba lena le di bona ra di botlhokwa mo bophelong ba wowe a gana go compromise le bophelong ba gago as the partner, that person is still saying fuck you, I'm not going to leave these things. They're wasting your time. If the person is refusing to talk to you about their personal things, whereas they're saying you are a trusted, you are a partner, I am your man, you are my woman, but I don't want to discuss personal things with you, that person is wasting your time.
Malome. Hey, That day, the lady, I asked her, next day we are guy. Next day we are guy. Which Babaga school. She's like, no, I can't tell you that. Alright, why? No, and then personal. Alright, no problem.
Okay.
We could ignore in a nutshell or story still. I asked her about a lot of things, major things in her life. And out of all those things, she never wanted to tell me anything. I said like this, I'm like, what's my wasting my time?
Wasting your time. I'm
wasting my time here.
Yeah, but you're wasting your fucking time.
Mola was wasting my fucking time.
Exactly.
And you know, not for me, it's like the sex wasn't even important anymore. I mean, it was good. It wasn't like the best,
it gets to a point where, of course, for some people that will depend on or
Sure.
For some people, sex is important so much that they can't go a day without sex.
Sure.
Some of us in our relationships, I mean, it will happen once or twice a week, twice a month or so. That's how unimportant it is. To show what the relationship was not built on it. But some people have built the relationship on intimacy. So Sanjay, be careful as to what have we built, what's the pillar of our relationship. If yours is intimacy, keep at it. If yours is the question of being debateful in a relationship, you keep at it. If yale naki, dancing together, following trends, and keep at that. If yale naki go rekala na gift, you also keep at that. Botata go lebala the basis. What pillar did you put on top of your relationship in the beginning?
Yeah.
Because if you forget that pillar and it cracks, the whole structure will collapse. Like when go lebala or rebuild
I guess I'm talking about the communication. Like I like talking about a lot of things and everything. So kia magala motoreger arbulelega something. Asna go belega so. I end up being like
don't forget some are
like, what the hell are we gonna talk about?
Some are introverts.
No, I get being an introvert.
Yes, and it I also want to say, even if Kirile mutanya go belega dilo di personal like are re feleng re isha go ng tabeng ya gore it takes time for a person to open up and be personal about their things in a relationship. Of course, you can't meet me today and expect me to be sharing my bank accounts, and it takes time. Let it take time. And okay, there's I don't know the period, maybe after 3 months or 6 months, it should start to show. Okay, open, because personal after a month. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Because at that time
after a month,
chemistry.
Chemistry fedi.
Exactly.
Chemistry fedi.
Exactly.
Now we have to be serious.
Exactly.
The more pointing relationship, and you are comfortable in your silence. You are comfortable in being silent in a room without a problem.
I wanna be
weird. It gets to that point, but after a month, you're not talking about personal things. You don't know what to say to each other apart from "I love you," "You're so beautiful," "Hey, I'm horny." You don't know any other thing to tell each other apart from that. Then we have issues.
And that ends up for sex. And I'm like, but I'm trying.
Whereas someone built a wall, firewall, or I'm protecting information.
Yeah.
There's no need for that. It takes time. I'm just saying, to slowly open up into that phase of a relationship before Mara the moment 3 months, 6 months, the person is still an introvert. They're wasting your time.
Definitely.
Yeah, this has been the Counsel with me, Pomek Fool, and Hero Linigala Muperi with Muda fucking SA behind the scenes. And Utahorena and everyone here, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. Click on the post notification so you get notified every time we upload an episode. Don't forget, you can also catch this show on Spotify, Pomek Fool on Spotify, the Counsel with Pomek Fool on Spotify as well. So we are out of here, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are out.
Adios.
Out. It's fine, my big English. How can you not?